This is Amigos PC.
If you were looking for a highbrow, fancy, smart, regal podcast with hosts that love to talk about horse riding, badminton, and trips to the vineyard, you're in the wrong place. This is Amigos PC. If you're looking for drinking, random nonsense, stunts, shenanigans, and balls out craziness, you've hit the jackpot. This is Amigos PC, and this is Scott and Mark.
Hello, guys. Today's episode is brought to you by Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of official fan gear from all the league's teams and players you love. If you enjoy our show and looking to buy new jerseys, sweatshirts, or hats, you can support us by going to podgo.co/fanatics and getting 25% off your next order. That's podgo.co/fanatics, FANATICS. Damn it. That's not the right. Fanatics. Officially licensed everywhere. Stupid. The dot threw me off. I thought it was like a .co situation or .com situation, but it was like period.
Dot.
That was a period, not a dot.
You've only said it like 5-6 times.
like 9 days in a row. It feels like,
right?
Oh man! All right, so
Amigos only episode.
Amigo, yeah.
Thanks for joining in.
No guest.
No, yep, not this time.
Earlier, if you've seen on Instagram, I'm guessing that's Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie was on at our old studio.
Oh, well, when you do Instagram, you share. Like I can share it to Twitter and Facebook, so it goes everywhere.
Oh yeah. So all the socials. Shouts out to Joe Audio for helping us with that.
Yes.
Yeah, good to him.
We had Bernie exclusively in the
on
studio.
our show. He helped us bring Joe Audio from About That. Helped us get Bernie on our show. So
it's
thanks to
amazing.
him.
Yes, Joe Audio from About That.
About That. That's another good podcast. Local guys in Arizona.
Speaking of, what?
We heart them sometimes.
Well, you heart one of them.
I do like Joe Audio more than his friend.
The caption of the post is Bernie Sanders sits down with the Amigos PC and we ask the tough questions. Where's my stimulus?
Where's my mitten?
Have you gotten your stimulus yet?
The
second
$600?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
You have not? Okay, I'm not the only one. Oh, thank God. I know, because we have the group chat with the guys, right? And they're like, talking about they get the stimulus. Skulls is like, I'm gonna live on stimulus forever now. I'm just gonna keep collecting stimulus. And I'm all like, I responded back to that. And I'm all like, I'm still waiting for mine. Where the fuck is mine?
Yeah, they don't know. They must have didn't cross.
Where's
the
the stimulus?
Oh, and they're talking about. Well, so the funny thing is, so I was at. I don't know if we want to jump into the weekend that took place, like as far as
what
happened.
We'll get there.
But since we're talking stimulus, I was at a situation where there were people talking about the stimulus, and some people that were there or how stimulus is deducted from your refund. So if you're getting a refund, they deduct it from what you're getting. So let's say you're getting $3,000.
Okay.
Let's say you got the $600, right, or whatever you might have gotten, or the $1,200 or whatever they gave. They take that away from what they would have gave you. To me, I don't think that's right. I mean, obviously I haven't filed yet. A stimulus is different than a refund, or a stimulus is something to make people use the money to revamp the economy, which is just like when George Bush gave the $300 or whatever it was.
I have
years ago, back in 9/11 days, not to bring that up, but when he gave that money to stimulus the economy back in 2008, around then, to give money just to burn it, or use it
go
or save
shopping.
it.
We need to go shopping, or the terrorists win.
Yeah, boost the economy. So that's what I think. To me, stimulus is, it's not money that's already yours. Obviously, you paid it tax-wise, but it's not money.
Stimulus is not stimulus. Stimulus is a refund of the tax dollars you paid already. So people need to
so it could be then.
Well, no, people need to get the mentality of. Well, no, they can't refund.
Yeah,
money
they're going to take away from your refund that you've already paid in.
No, that's not how it should be. Like this.
I 100% agree.
No, it should be. I've already
It's
paid
additional.
into it last year.
Yeah.
You're giving that money back to me from
Yeah.
tax dollars,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? Like this connotation of like the U.S. is borrowing it or something along those lines is interest rates. One are an all-time low for everybody, including the U.S. government. So they can borrow money at like fucking 0.0025%. It's like stupid low.
Yeah, I mean,
don't fact check me on that, but it's in that area.
with us in the real estate world, right? We see interest rates.
Yeah,
and
we know
they're pretty fucking low. So
for the exception of revolving credit, which is like credit cards and shit, like
which they fuck you every day.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone knows
no
that,
matter
right?
what.
No matter what.
Secured debt, which a lot of our debt is,
Which is real estate, secured owned, secured back.
Well, even like the U.S. government, like that's secured. It's secured off the dollar. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a revolving type of line that they get a line, I'm sure, but cocaine and otherwise.
Well, I was thinking more like. Yeah,
but at the same
China.
time, like the stimulus is not a stimulus. Like this is a refund of tax dollars that you should have been paid or paid into,
and you're just getting it back to use
Exactly.
it. So let's say, all right, so Joe Smoke.
This is not the government giving a handout.
So
this is not the government giving a
handout.
handout.
It's basically what you
never
paid
been
them.
there.
They're giving it back to you. So you pay. Let's say you pay $600 a month in taxes.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden they're saying, okay, this 1 month we're gonna give it back to you because we don't need it. You need it more.
Yeah, we're gonna call it a stimulus.
Yeah,
though,
we're gonna call it that
because you need to go use and spend that money.
Use it on them instead of we use it how we want it.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what I think. I mean, that makes more sense if we explain it that way.
Exactly.
That's like that's Sesame Street explaining. I love it. Like that was like our word of the day and like the numbers of the day and all we were missing, like, fucking Big Bird and whatnot.
I know, right?
But that was good. That was a good way to explain that because to me, it seemed crazy to me. Like if you're gonna, because some people they pay a lot in their taxes every year, and they look forward to that refund.
Yes,
but if you don't, I'm guessing those people obviously don't pay. Well, they do pay a lot because if you pay a lot, because you're giving the government the money, and then they give it back to you, right? The other way is if you don't pay as much, then they're not going to give you as much back.
Well,
so if you do it that way, and it is that right way. Let's say you don't pay as much as they want you to pay in, and then
there's never a set amount, so they want you to is not a thing. Like that shouldn't be a thing because they gauge a percentage of what you should pay based on your gross / net amount. I can't believe we're talking about taxes.
I know
that's
ridiculous. I know we're getting,
but it's a good and informative. Okay, but legally,
talk to your tax advisors.
We are not tax consultants. Don't sue me, bro.
Please.
Do not sue me.
Please, we don't know anything.
Yeah, we know nothing about taxes.
No, we're just making all this up.
At the same time, as a resident of the United States, a taxpayer, legal taxpayer of the United States.
Look at this guy showing off.
Right? Oh, you don't have your card yet?
Shh, stop it. Let's not talk about it.
All right.
Canadian.
Oh, that's right.
So I love all the
You're
Canadian.
like
that's why I love all the Canadian guests we have.
You're like 1/32nd of.
I'm everything, dude.
You're like 1/64th of American.
I'm a mutt.
Yeah.
I saw that the other day. You said that. That was nice.
You like how I did that math?
That was good.
I was like,
math.
hold on a second.
I don't even know how you figured that out.
If we're talking, I just threw a number out there. If we're talking about the Americas in general, so that includes South America, Central America, North America.
Okay.
And then you take all of the countries.
So you counted all the countries.
No, I didn't count all.
Oh,
I just threw a number out there. But
North and South?
Yeah, North, South, and Central. I just threw a number out there.
Oh,
there's probably more than 64.
There's got to be more.
Yeah, there's got to be more than 64. But I was all like, "You're 1/64th Canadian. They're not even American."
Even if you're counting, are you counting individual states?
No. Countries.
Countries. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So United States, Canada. Right?
Yeah.
There's 1, 2. It's got to be less. Mexico.
Once you
3.
Yeah, but Central America,
there's a lot.
Then there's like
Argentina, Ecuador.
Yeah,
there's
all of those. So it's,
Chile.
And then once you get to South America, it's even more because there's like Brazil.
It's probably less. It's probably less.
Peru, then 64.
It's less.
Oh, maybe.
It's probably like fucking 15. Gotta pull up the map now, dude.
No.
There's like, yeah.
Well, let's
map
as the chat turns.
As the chat turns.
I'll go back to that chat so we can
What does that mean?
go back and read it.
All right, so
Hey,
why is it not even picking up the? That's all I have is Mexico and shit. What's going on here?
you got to do like all the countries in
because it's
America.
North America. That's
Don't
why.
do North America.
I
do
know
all the
I
Americas.
know. I think you might be right. It might be 64.
No, it still seems high now that you're like pointing it out to me.
No, because Mexico has a lot too. A lot more than just Mexico.
Mexico. Well, yeah, it is more than it's Central America, not Mexico. Stop being racist.
Those are my people, dude. Come on.
I know.
A quarter of me.
At least a quarter.
Quarter of me.
This is how you are like the definition of what my kids are going to be when they get older.
A horrible math or horrible math people.
I'm like a quarter.
I'm like a quarter or something.
Yeah.
Is it wrong to get like a
damn?
decent...
How far back did I say that?
All right,
did
so
I miss it?
All right, so should we really go through all this? I don't know if we should.
Just count how many there are.
All right, so Venezuela, 1, 2.
No, I'm still waiting for my stimulus to arrive.
6, 7, 8, 9,
You were counting
10,
out loud.
11,
That's
12. It
hilarious.
doesn't matter. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It looks to be 17 in South America.
Damn, really?
So there's 17 in South America.
And there's 2 here.
There's 2 here, Canada and up. So you're looking at maybe 25.
Oh, damn. I was like way off.
You're about half off. But that made sense. It seemed like it would be. Brazil's pretty fucking big, dude. Brazil takes up a lot.
I know. Brazil's is a big fucking pocket.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I said 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks about 12.
Okay, here it is. All right. Where did we go? Today, the global. I don't know if I want to start there. Joe Biden is.
Let's not talk about politics.
I know we're not talking about politics.
No politics.
That's where it ended up being. Pro shop. Snapchat, yo ass. What? Oh, the Canadian Prime Minister did blackface and nobody cared then.
Oh, I saw that.
Joe could. Okay, so we got to go back a little bit more as the chat turns.
Who's someone chimed in over there? I think. On our chat.
Oh, no, that was me.
Oh, never mind.
The deep and total manipulation of our data via artificial intelligence, AI, is the next step. And by the way, it's happening without our approval.
It's been happening.
Yeah, I don't know if you watch that Netflix documentary. What's the name of that documentary?
I forgot.
There's a Netflix documentary, Social Dilemma.
Yeah, I was gonna say social. That's how ingrained I am. I was gonna say social distancing.
We're not social distancing right now.
Of course
we need to wear masks. The incredible power of AI and predictive analytics are already being applied. So-called smart cities that are actually surveillance cities on the order that China has made famous.
I've heard. Is this a smart city? I've heard about this today or yesterday.
No, this was in our chat like 2 days or three days ago.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to that.
So then I said, oh, well, Joe Biden is Donald Trump. Since we're just throwing conspiracy theories out there. So I decided that I'm going to throw that conspiracy theory because I have heard this conspiracy theory by Republicans of all political parties. And then our friend decided to go everything you do or don't do, from wearing a mask outside in this era of CCP virus to watching the wrong news channel is observed. You know, I find funny about that is he's saying the wrong news channel, which is the right news channel. All news is mass media.
Yeah, I mean,
tell me wrong.
Well, no, yeah. Here's the argument with the news.
Yeah,
right. Obviously, CNN's going to be left. At least that's how they
portray it,
right?
Themselves.
Whoever's saying that is right. Maybe it's the right saying that CNN's the left, and then the Fox is the right. Right. Yep. And then there's other ones, right? Like there's Newsmax, there's other places, and people get them from other countries and stuff.
Yep.
The only thing that that I don't know, because I'm as clueless as everybody else. Let's be real, because I'm not gonna say one thing is right, one thing's not, because I'm the type of person who just wants to I want to consume it all, I guess.
So
Try to.
my thing when it comes to the news channels, if you're looking for one particular thing,
You're gonna find it.
Yeah,
That's
you're
the
gonna
internet.
find it.
The internet will answer your question no matter what you need.
Exactly.
That's what his fucking Google is for.
Yeah.
Google literally is there
But
to answer what you need.
let's say you're not even using Google though. You're looking for a source that is going to affirm what you're looking for, right?
Because somebody's gonna affirm.
Mass media is still going to do that.
Yeah. Not only that, or some random Joe.
I'm going to Newsmax, or I'm going to Fox News. Oh, you know what? The guy that I follow doesn't like Fox News anymore because it's against him. So now I'm just going to stick to Newsmax. Like you're going to find the outlet. I'm a massive liberal, swing way to the left, and everybody needs free healthcare and things like that. CNN is the only one that does my viewpoints.
Do you think is there like a crazy CNN? There should be a far left CNN. That would be cool.
There should be.
Because I
haven't heard of one though. That's the thing.
What I mean. They should, because I don't know if Newsmax is considered a far right.
Yes, definitely. From outside looking in.
But
yes.
But what I mean is, there needs to be another one, because because now apparently the narrative is that Fox News isn't where Republicans want any. We need to get off fucking politics.
Either way, okay.
We need to get off this. But
back to this.
And there's 14.
As
there's
the
14.
chat turns.
There's 14 in South America.
Oh shit!
So I missed it. I found a missing country in another map. And this is old, and maybe this country is not a country anymore.
I don't know. Country,
but there's 14 now.
That's
versus
the thing.
13.
That's the thing about places outside the United States. Is like countries change hands left
and
right.
They don't exist. We don't know.
Depends on which drug lord owns what.
I see a square fucking mile radius, and that's it. I drive from one place to another.
You don't even drive. You don't even leave your house.
You make me come here, dude.
Right.
I have to come here.
That's true. Yeah, that's more than 1 mile.
Exactly.
Okay,
I see a lot.
We'll keep going with as the chat turns. Surveillance cities are part of a larger effort in China and other parts of the world to freely access and capture your data, which is then used to capture you. And then said Joe Biden is Barack Obama, which I said, naysay, sir. And then that wouldn't work.
Did that then lead to the
Joe
Barack
Biden.
the Barack Obama,
the Obama Biden?
Yeah.
Nope. Or
Joe Biden.
Wait.
The Joe Biden? Yeah.
Joe.
That's his name.
Yeah.
Joe Obama.
Obama. Yeah.
Obama Joe?
No,
Obama Biden?
That's his last name.
Biden.
You got to figure out Obama
Osama?
Biden. It doesn't. I mean, it sounds kind of right, but not really. But
no.
Either way, Osama. What the? I mean, I think that's his middle name.
Is it?
No, it's Hussein.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
another
about
bad
that
one. That's another bad one.
Follow too much politics.
We need to stop. Everyone needs to stop. Don't watch politics.
So I said that wouldn't work. Too much makeup is needed daily. And then
with him and
and then he goes, haha, Photoshop.
Oh, it's Barack and whiteface, basically.
Yeah.
Is what it is. It's so people might have seen, but it's Barack and Joe Biden with a blended face.
I'll share it on our socials so people can we can see reference the episode.
Which you might get blocked or banned or something for that.
Yeah. And then he was like, they'll Snapchat yo ass. The Canadian Prime Minister did blackface and nobody cared then. Joe could do it. And then I said, Canadians aren't real people.
Joe can do it?
What, blackface? Fuck no. Are you kidding me?
I don't think so.
No, America's too PC. Like no.
It sucks.
Even if he put like the fucking war paint under his eyebrows, they would go off.
The Tom Brady's? Why?
Yeah, no.
Tom Brady does every day.
I know he does, but if Joe Biden did it, they would fucking snap.
Well, because they would think it's fucking poop because he's old and doesn't know what he's doing.
He should have.
He's lost or something in the fucking.
Everybody's got to go. I shit my pants again.
I gotta go. I got poop on my.
So then our one of our friends, not the first one, said they're half American.
Which ones?
As Canadians, because I said Canadians aren't real people. And then he said value wise. So this is where it's stemming back. I'm trying to circle back to you counting the countries.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I said if you combined all the Americas and the major countries inside them, they are like 1/64th American.
Right, but so you were wrong on the number, but yes, you're
My not my math, but
you're
like the
counting,
way that
or
I'm.
what you project.
There's Americas
Because you
There's-
didn't. I would have thought there was
There
more
are
in South
three.
America.
There are 3 Americas, right? And then there are so many countries inside those 3 Americas.
I would have thought there was more in South America than there
Yeah,
was.
me
Than
too.
14.
Yeah.
I would have thought that.
They're just big and
Um,
massive, huh?
Yeah, I mean, the Brazil alone is the one that takes up so much.
And according to one of our friends, all Canadians are rebel scum. The end. And that was
And
the
that was our chat turns. So after we were talking about that, let's jump into what's going on this weekend. Well, a couple things went on this weekend.
This past weekend, you
This
said.
past weekend. So yesterday there was a big fight.
What is the what are the dates on that? What was this past weekend?
The 23rd was
Oh, okay.
yesterday.
All right.
So
there you go.
23rd there was a big fight.
January 23rd.
January 3rd.
Timestamp.
Yeah.
There we go.
23rd. So there was a lot of fights.
Mhm.
Damn, I have to count these maps now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh shit! Is Greenland a part of North America?
No, it can't. No, it can't be.
Why is it on this map?
Geographically, what? Greenland is its own continent.
I don't. Why is it there?
Google is wrong, sir. Everything on the internet is not right.
All of these have it. Look at.
Greenland? Really?
I never knew that. If that's true,
Well, my ratios are way off then. I didn't include in Greenland into my 164th.
look at it's there. I think schools, and that's what I learned too recently. That I think the schools have fucked us a little bit because I think they haven't told us as much as.
What are they
maybe-
supposed to tell us?
I don't know.
They're getting
dude.
paid
I
by
don't
our
know.
tax dollars, supposedly.
Oh, so whoever's in policy or whoever's in regime at that time is going to teach us what they want us to teach us.
Yeah.
Which I bet you is what it is.
Yeah. Because, I mean, in
Sad.
reality, if they wanted to teach us the truth, they would tell you that every president besides Donald Trump, which
They
it's
were
still not out yet.
They were not wrong. All the presidents were right, except
Okay.
for probably Nixon. That's always the one. What I was taught growing up was wrong. Right? He was impeached or he was outed because Watergate.
Yeah, but Republicans love his economics. Either way,
Well, I'm just saying.
What
that,
I'm
just
getting
saying
at
that one was
is-
outed.
what I'm getting at is there is a conspiracy theory out there that every president of the United States has lineage back to George Bush. No, damn it. George
Bush.
Washington.
Oh, I don't believe that at all. What conspiracy is that? Are you making that up? Because
No, I am not making that up.
I like that.
You like that conspiracy?
That's a good one.
No, I heard about that conspiracy years ago.
No.
Yeah. Like the Clinton era is when I heard that.
Hmm.
Like Clinton is related to him in some way, shape, or form. George W. Is, again, this is a conspiracy, so don't fucking fact check me on this.
makes
George
sense.
W. and George, obviously senior, they're in some way, shape, or related to Washington. Barack Obama has lineage back to him as well
Okay. I can
through
see some.
his mom,
I can see some shady.
not his dad.
Oh, well, it's shady.
Well, maybe his
Could
dad.
have been
I
some
don't know.
shady situation, like you know what I mean, like
Well,
farm.
Well, that's the thing. George Washington never had kids. He
So then
raised.
that's not true. Then
He raised some. Yeah, but it could be a relative, like his cousin.
Adopted?
Yeah, no, his cousin. It could be cousin.
yeah,
Like, it could still be blood related
True.
somehow.
it's true. You can't
Lineage goes on through brothers and sisters too, dude.
not necessarily unless he's the last fucking line.
Mm.
If he's the last line
If
and
he
no one
didn't
else
have
had
any
kids,
brothers or sisters,
yeah, like he's the only one and
Yeah.
no one else.
I don't know enough about American history to really.
Which is awesome.
The United States
is
education
awesome
system didn't teach
at
me
its
enough about
finest.
America's history to
To
know
what we're
if
talking
George Washington had brothers, sisters, cousins. He had cousins. I know he did. But either way.
about. Oh, what do you mean? Because everyone has cousins.
No, because that's part of where the conspiracy kind of
Gotcha.
embeds into. But at some point, basically the conspiracy is that every president of the United States,
Is
for the
linked-
exception
is linked
of
somehow.
Mr. Donald Trump, they've all been related to the
Well, that could be why they didn't like him as
original
much.
George. But You know what that does do? What makes me think or whatever is just like it's like one family is ruling
Everything.
over one thing.
Well,
you know,
which is if that conspiracy is true, and then that could be why they were outed him or trying to out him as much,
but
right?
So here's the thing
They're
too, like
against that whole fucking regime.
what
of it
if right? George Washington was rebelling against the crown.
all? Who?
So the reason the United States is a thing is because the United States was rebelling against the crown,
Yeah.
right? Like, hey, we're gonna go to this other place because we don't like the hierarchy of a crown owning one everything. We want we want the people to rule the people, whatever.
Yeah.
So George Washington was all like, I'm gonna make a thing where my group of friends basically are just ruling each other. We the people, my group of friends are ruling we the people, my group of friends. And the queen at the time, or the king, King Henry, was like, nah, not happening, dude. Not here. Ain't going on.
Yeah.
All right, well, fuck you. We're gonna go find new land.
Yeah.
So then he decided, he was like, all right, well, Columbus founded America, so we're going to America. North America, that is.
Yeah.
George Washington comes here to North America, and he's like, all right, we're setting up rules. Here's our Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
We're independent from
Blah, blah, blah.
the king, the queen, no more England dependency whatsoever. We are our own United of the States.
Right.
So then George, you're like not following this.
I am listening. It's a lot, dude.
So then George Washington was all like, yo, dude, we need like rules and regulations because me and you hanging out at the bonfire, and then you got Theodore over here fucking with lightning. Like, we need to figure something out because he's like creating an electrical storm 2 blocks over, and we're over here just at the campfire or whatever.
Benjamin Franklin?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
You said Theodore.
Oh, Theodore.
Not
I was
Roosevelt?
thinking,
Roosevelt? Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Those
I jumped in
timelines are off.
timelines. Yes.
The timelines are off, but you know what?
This is like
if
the perfect.
If there's a DeLorean, it could have happened.
It could have. It could have.
It could have happened.
Michael J. Fox comes out of nowhere. He signs the Declaration of Independence.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Like, all these historical facts just come to light.
You know, no one gives them enough credit because maybe that's what took place.
Right?
Steven Spielberg created the DeLorean, or not created, but he helped felicitate the DeLorean to make this all happen. Conspiracy.
Ooh, shit.
Number 2.
Boom. So Steven Spielberg happened to sign the Declaration of Independence.
He was right underneath John Hancock. Steven Spielberg.
Another sidetrack. The whole thing with what happened to the Capitol recently and people like just breaking in. Does it make you think that what Nicolas Cage did was stealing the articles of, the Declaration of Independence in one of his movies in National Treasure?
Yeah.
Makes it not as unreasonable for it to happen?
Because how easy that was, whatever took place there? Yeah. I mean, no, that made that movie so much realistic. To me, that's like a documentary.
Right?
Right? At this point.
Let's watch National Treasure.
Yeah.
You mean the documentary?
Yeah, the documentary series or the second one that was fake? What? Because you get the crazy person that fucking thinks that. No, the first one was real. The second one was bullshit. What? I don't remember what happened in the second one, but either way,
they stole the Declaration of Independence in both of them.
Did they?
What happened? No, I
don't know. I just know you had to see Benjamin Franklin glasses and see the light. But I don't know.
It reflects
the first one.
It's history.
Yeah, which I learned a lot from that movie
than you did anything
from
else.
school. Thank you, National Treasure. And speaking of that, have you seen? There's a show that Nicolas Cage is doing on Netflix.
Okay.
Called the Bad Words or the curse
Oh
words.
yes.
Have you seen that?
Yeah. Well, I watched like 20 minutes of the first episode where they're talking about fuck.
I've seen them all.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know the history of all of them?
The only one I haven't watched all the way was the last one. But yeah, I watched fuck, shit, pussy, dick.
Tourette's. He has Tourette's.
Tourette's was not there.
Tourette's.
That's next season.
Yep.
There was damn. Damn was in it. Damn, pussy, shit, fuck. That's it.
Yeah, I gotta watch all of them.
It's good. I mean, I like it because I like him. I do, even though you know, I mean,
They
he's
did-
been in so much shit, but
Yeah.
I still like Nick. And when how he delivers it,
Yeah.
it's hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and he's wearing, you know, it's worth watching for anybody who likes to laugh because, and there's comedians there that talk during it. You know, the only magic that I lose from it is
Yeah.
the fact that
Can
when
you ruin at least the first episode for me and tell me like where they think fuck came from? They don't know, do they? Because the episode leads up to them. We don't know.
There's
where
a
it came from.
timeline where they say where they think it is because there's people that they have people from like Webster Dictionary,
Yeah.
and they have people that kind of they talk to lineage of words and stuff.
So
like
a lot what the common thing of where fuck you came from was one of the kings, right?
it was. So back in the day, which is crazy to me to even think this was a fucking thing, but it kind of makes you think. I hope
It sounds legitimate.
It does, because back in the day, you were suppressed enough. You had to get the king's permission to have sex with somebody. So that's what it comes from. So you would basically like say like fuck the king or like and fuck who you want to.
The king would tell you that you could fuck you fornication
fuck or
something of the
yeah
king.
yeah you can either do it or you can't. You have to have permission. Before that, you couldn't. Like so. Like to me, that's crazy that you'd have to have permission to be with your wife or whoever, right?
Yep.
And I'm glad it's obviously not that way anymore. And it's good that people have evolved over the 500, 600, 700 years.
You're like stumbling at this point.
Well, because I don't know how long it's been. I thought it was like the 1400s, 1500s, 1300s maybe.
Oh wow, the Huffington Post updated their definition
of fuck.
Yeah.
Why is Huffington Post doing
right
words of fuck? It probably means like some like it's like some sugar honey iced tea kind of shit now. Forage under
no, it's fornication.
Fornication
under consent of the king. That's what it was. Fornication under consent of the king. I don't even see in the medieval times consent being a word, though. Honestly, think about it. Think about the medieval times, right?
It should have been like fornication under approval of the king.
Something. Consent.
That makes more sense.
Consent doesn't even that word doesn't even exist
that seems like
in the
last,
medieval times.
Like 50 years.
Think about it though, like medieval times and consent. Just think about those two.
There was no consent.
Exactly.
There was rape all day, every day in those days, right?
That's even if you take it to that level of.
Well, that's what I mean.
Like rape. No,
that's how it is now, right?
No, you go to a brothel and you just fuck consent. Like I'm gonna take you and then I'll fucking throw you a couple shillings afterwards if I feel like it.
Yeah, there was tons of those, right? So you could do that, but if you were married, you had to get consent to do that. That makes no fucking sense.
Exactly.
No fuck.
Now that we actually think about it,
to the king, whatever.
We're watching Netflix and we're like, you know what? That kind of does make sense. And then they're like trying to debunk it, and then now we actually like spell it out this way in drunk history.
No sense.
It doesn't make any sense with it ever because consent didn't even fucking exist in the medieval times.
I don't remember them saying that in the episode though, because I would remember consent. That would have stood out to me. You know what I mean?
Would it?
It would have. That's to me that seems like a newly used word, like or at least
I know it is.
At least thrown out more prevalently nowadays than.
Damn it! You're gonna make me really look it up. The origin of fuck.
I thought you did look it
Obviously wrong. After consent. So sex outlawed unless permitted explicitly by the king. So people were legally. Banging had fornicated under consent of the king.
So consent, dude.
That's what they thought it was.
Then again, back then consent's a pretty proper kind of word. Maybe they did use more proper words
on their doors or FUCK, but obviously that's wrong, as there are other nonsensical acronyms floating around. Anything ending in carnal knowledge used words which wouldn't to be until after the contents of this blog post. Okay, whatever. So do you believe but there's post Yeah, I don't know. Instances of fuck before the 15th century are rare. Honestly, I think a lot of our words end up coming from someone's last name.
Well, I mean, most last names come from what they do.
Yeah, like the
Either
Fockers.
blacksmith or they Fockers people. Or what do you mean? Is that a thing?
You never seen that movie?
Well, I've seen the Fock. Well, no, I have. Which one? The first one or the second
Vincent?
one? And I've seen them all. There's 3 of them. But what? I don't remember.
You're
that.
like which one?
There's several of them. I
No,
don't
but I'm
remember.
just saying like their name in general, like the Fockers. Like
Fockers.
what
yeah.
the fuck is a Focker? There's a Smith.
Well, maybe he was the guy that made sure that they weren't fucking the king's people without
Yeah.
the consent. You're a flocker or a focker. Like you go, oh, you're not. You haven't got the fuck situation.
Yeah.
I'm a fucker to make sure that you're okay to get fucked. I'm an investigator fucker. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out like with my last name then, or like any like weird.
I don't know. Mine's a weird one too. So it's I mean it's
You're a roper.
yeah. I don't know.
Midnight Lothrop.
Toker? Oh, they were singing. All right, so let's transition. Obviously, we had fun with whatever the fuck that was.
History.
Yeah, history, which that's good.
Go ahead.
Football.
Oh,
We got a football weekend.
Playoffs are here. The Amigos have not done anything fantasy football wise whatsoever
All
this
year.
year.
We want to chop it up as COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and we also want to say that we thought that it would be a shit show because of COVID. At least that's what I thought.
That's
Like,
why we didn't do fantasy.
Yeah, and I don't want to deal with players being sick or whatever, and we've been slow. I mean, myself personally has been slowly kind of transitioning to not watch as much, just because I think like commercial, like the slow. To me, what ruined it was slow play, commercials. The play calling was always like it was stopping the play, like just fucking play.
Oh,
And-
prior to COVID is
Yeah,
what you're saying.
playing.
Okay.
Yeah, before that and leave all the political shit out of it. Like, I just want to please just play.
Just let them
football.
play the fucking ball.
Play football.
Let them play the game.
Obviously, I know you guys. You have a stance to be on and all that.
Get off your pedestal.
Just do that on Instagram and or whatever other avenues you have. That was my opinion, but
Yeah.
So I
Just
didn't,
play
I didn't
the
watch.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just play. That goes for all. I mean, I haven't watched basketball that much anymore, and
I can't
baseball
watch
I really
I can't watch basketball. Like it's just not attractive to me anymore.
yeah, it's been a while. Yeah,
And that's the thing. Like I'm
it's
not
been like 10
originally
it's been like
from
10 years.
I'm not originally from Arizona, but when I was in Wisconsin growing up, like we would play basketball, but I never followed the Bucks.
Yeah,
Bucks was just always a losing team, so it was just nothing to follow. But when I came here, because of my enjoyment of playing basketball in my youth,
you had Kevin Garnett.
dude, when I came here, we had Nash, Stoudemire, Grant, Kidd for a minute. Who else? There was Sean Marion.
Sean Marion.
Dude, we had a team that
Was
could
amazing.
have won
Several.
the finals.
Several.
Multiple finals easily.
I know.
If Kobe wasn't a thing, had this Suns team been around when Kobe wasn't, easily.
Yeah.
Suns would have had so many
Lakers were the stop.
Yeah, exactly. That was
And then back when I was growing up here, because that's when you got
you
here,
had fucking
I had Barkley,
Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson.
Oh,
I
dude.
had Mark Chambers. I had which that
But
was
look
earlier
at
on.
that. That's
I know,
almost
I had
2 decades worth.
of good basketball.
Yeah.
So I played.
But that's the
basketball.
thing.
I
Like
loved basketball.
they had a great team, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, decades go by. Like
Yeah.
almost 2 decades go by,
And then boom.
and then all of a sudden you get Nash.
Here we are.
And you start watching Amari Stoudemire though. Got me back into basketball. Like I could watching him do his magic with Steve Nash feeding him the ball. Like was fucking
Mhm.
amazing.
Down in the post.
I was constantly going to games.
Yeah.
I went to a couple playoff games easily, and I'm not talking like fucking dirt cheap nosebleed seats. Like I was like in the circle of fame or whatever the fuck they want to call
that's
like
good.
the lower
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 level.
seat, the lower
Yeah.
level seats. watching these games like
Wow. Yeah.
Suns were really good. It got
I
me
know.
back into basketball. I was constantly
I
watching
know. I
basketball.
know.
Like the wife she didn't understand. She was like, I don't know. And eventually when we go to games, she's like, yeah, let's go out and have fun. Because, we go to games afterwards. We go and
Drink and have fun or whatever.
Yeah, go eat or whatever.
Yeah.
We met Dan Marley at Marley's
Nice.
downtown
Very cool.
after one of the playoff games. Like
Yeah.
basketball was great.
Yeah,
Yes, I
miss
know,
it.
right?
Miss it. And that's why.
And now I can't fucking stand. Like I can't watch. Like it's hard. Like it's one thing being a fan of a losing team, right? And you're like, I'm gonna stick. I know what being a Browns fan is like.
Yeah, that's really what the Suns are right now.
Yeah.
You're a Browns fan for at least it's been.
But I can't
Probably
even.
12,
I can't
15
even.
years.
I can't even watch it. Like it's just like, it's intolerable. I don't even know.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're a Browns fan,
I don't
if
even
you're
know
a Browns
how,
fan, you would still watch.
Yeah. I don't even know how anybody really can watch basketball right now. Because I turned basketball on for like a few minutes the other day, and you're like looking at the stadium, and they're just there shooting hoops.
Well, I think don't they have the digital shit too? I haven't watched a basketball game during COVID, but they have the digital fucking people there. Right? They have screens where you can fucking zoom in and watch. That's what I thought they had. I know, it's fucking
yeah,
weird.
that's weird.
That's where we are now.
No. But all I saw was nobody was in the fucking stadium but the teams.
Yeah.
That's all I saw.
Yeah.
So, football is now the same to that, right? So like no, there are people when they say like I don't know. I was watching what fucking game was it?
They made fun of one game.
It was a recent playoff game. I want to say it was the Ravens. It was the Ravens.
Yeah.
Which I don't remember who they were playing. It wasn't the Steelers.
It
It was the Browns, wasn't it?
Well, the Browns beat the Steelers, so maybe it was the Browns went to the Ravens.
Yeah.
So maybe then the Ravens lost.
I was watching like the end of the game. It was near the end of the game.
No, it could have been that.
And what the fuck is his name? One of the announcers was basically going off and saying these fans are affecting the game.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, oh, there are like 5,600 fans in here, and it sounds like there's 56,000 fans in here, and I'm all like, no. And you're like listening to the audio of what's going on with football or whatever, and it sounds like the stadium is full of fans on TV. Like
Really?
if you listen to the game, it sounds like the stadium is full of fans. That is not like 5,600 people is not going to make the stadium sound like a bunch of fucking people in there.
No way. They
right?
have to be adding to that, like playing like the Falcons did.
Now
they played that background loud noise when there really wasn't that many people there.
No, there wasn't. Well, you know what's funny is that there's a bar in Green Bay that has a deal with the stadium of Green Bay, so where they have mics plugged in and they take feed from the mic and they feed that noise into the bar.
That's really cool.
Am I tiring you?
No, how well does that work?
How well does the bar is amazing.
No, not the bar part.
Oh.
I'm just talking about feeding it to the. Does it really feed?
Yeah,
well
no.
to
Like
the
if you're in the bar, it sounds like you're in the stadium because it's just fucking loud. You hear the announcer, saying, or the ref when he comes on to say, first down and blah blah blah. But you hear the fans screaming and chiming in because they just have the mic open, and then that feeds into the bar right across the street.
That's really cool. I think you told me that before. But that's neat. It's probably bars that are really close to the stadium.
It's just the bar across the street.
That's cool. Very cool.
You don't care.
No, I do. That's neat. That reminds me of like when you go to the Diamondbacks game, because I've been to several Diamondbacks game.
Oh, and then you go to Cooper's across the street.
Yeah, or like right.
It's not even across the street.
Well,
it's
they have tons of shit right there
Yeah.
too. Like imagine like right there, right up front, and having that pan in if during pandemic times. You know what I mean? Like that would work too, because there's been times that we partied out there before the game. I mean, that was during during the World Series, but either way. But there was like being out there just before you go into the game. There's bars and shit out there, and it's pretty cool right out front. Yeah. All right. What else? What else do we want to jump into, sir?
On that note, I think it's time to cut it down.
Oh wow! I don't even. Wow, we talked politics, which sucks. We talked
Did
sports.
we really though? No, Siri,
No,
shut up.
Shut your face, you stupid bitch.
Oh,
And we gotta block that out.
who are you talking about?
Me talking to her, saying bad things to her. Gonna block that out.
We're not blocking
Oh,
anything.
What? You
Oh
need to
yeah,
edit that out.
we got to start editing.
Edit, yeah, gonna edit out me talking to Siri that way. That was not.
Well, at the end of the episode,
That was not PC.
Yeah, it's to the end of the episode. Let's. Oh, that is one piece I wanted to fucking talk to you about before we leave here.
PC made you think of that?
Yeah, kind of. The Amigos are starting a Patreon page. We actually had a Patreon page at one point or another, and they decommissioned it. It's because we just weren't active. But we are going to start releasing non-edited material. I know our show has been unedited for a while, but there are some things coming into the future to where we are going to start clipping things here and there and all over.
Nice.
So check out our Patreon. It's a minimum of $3 a month.
No.
To subscribe.
It's $3. Yep, $3.
Yep.
I was thinking. I can't think of what it's called. I'll talk to you about it afterwards.
Yeah. So coming soon, you'll see more of that. The $3 subscription does equate to
Full content.
just supporting us. Yeah, full content, unedited content.
Ooh.
It also comes. We will, if you provide your address, that is, we will mail you stickers of the Amigos.
Maybe
we
even a
have
shirt?
older stickers, newer stickers. That's a different tier.
Ooh.
Yes, if you do a different tier of, and it describes it on Patreon, patreon.com/amigos. You check it out. There are different tiers. Minimum is $3. If you go to the higher tiers, we do give you out one of the Amigos shirts. We do have a full store of different shirts with different slogans, different things of sayings that have been on the episodes or show in general, right?
Yep.
I am very bad at pitching our podcast.
Nope, you did good.
All
I
right.
like it.
Well, check out more at the Amigospc.net. Do you have anything, Scott?
Hugs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses.
I think it was a straw nickel.
This has been the Amigos PC. Make sure to like, subscribe, and review us on all your podcasting platforms. Visit us at Amigospc.net for our entire library of content and Amigos merch. Till next time, adios.